Alright, arriving at problem number 3. Pete purchased 45 bags of peanuts. Each bag contained 133 peanuts. He then shared the peanuts with 10 of his friends. How many peanuts did each of them get? So, I would ask in class, is this a single step or a multi-step problem, and how do you know if this was during number talk? But since we are digital learning and we are learning from home, I'm going to let you know that this is a multi-step problem. So we are going to multiply 133 times 45 to figure out how many peanuts we have altogether first before he shares them with 10 of his friends. So we're going to do 133 times 45, the amount of bags that he has of peanuts. Alright, we're going to start with the ones place. So 3 times 5, 15, carry my 1. 5 times 3 is 15, like we just found out, but plus 1, 16. And then 5 times 1 is 5, add 1, you get 6. I'm done with my ones place. I already used the 5 here, here, and here. So now I'm going to add a 0 as my placeholder. And I like to scratch these guys out or erase them. Doesn't matter, however you like to do it. Just so I don't use those numbers I've already carried over. So now I'm going to look at my tens place. 4 times 3 is 12. And 4 times 3 is 12, like we just found out, plus 1 is 13. 4 times 1 is 4, but I need to add that one I carried, so 5. And I always tell you in class, you can add a 0 here just so that your numbers are all lined up and they look good to add. So 5 plus 0 is just 5. 6 plus 2 is 8. 6 plus 3 is 9, and then 0 plus 5 is just 5. So your answer comes out to be 5,985, but we can't forget he's sharing them with 10 of his friends, and if he's sharing them, that's a clue word right here in order for us to figure out that we need to actually divide because he's sharing them equally amongst his friends. So if I'm dividing this number by 10, in class we have learned that if you're dividing it by 10, you can actually take your invisible decimal here at the end of this number and you can just bump it in one time. So then I arrive to a new answer of 598 and 5/10. But that is not an answer here. It doesn't show up 598 and 5/10. There's no number here with a decimal. So I need to use my brain here and make an inference of what does that remainder 0.5 mean? And if I'm sharing them equally, we know that in class we can't have a remainder. So we're going to go with letter A. Everyone can only have 598 peanuts, which is a lot of peanuts to have. Moving on to number 4.